You have the option of submitting the homework through Carnap, which has the advantage of giving you immediate feedback on your homework answers. To create an account with Carnap, you need to have a Gmail address, but other than that, it's pretty simple. So if you're starting on the course homepage here, you just click on Modules, and then you should see the Week 1 module. Click on Register to submit homework through Carnap, and then click on the link here. And at this point, it should ask you to sign in with a Gmail address. So I'm just going to give my personal Gmail address and sign in. It wants my password. And because I have two-step authentication activated, it's going to need, it's going to ask me to do that. So I have to wait for the two-step authentication, which is 510143, 510143. You may not have to do that if you don't have two-step authentication activated. Now it should take you to Carnap, and you should be logged in, and you should see here that it gives you the option to join Introduction to Logic. You just click on that, and now you're in. Okay, so this page gives you, this is going to be your home page in Carnap, and if you click on your username, it should get you here, which shows you the different problem sets that are available. And so right now the only one that is available is problem set 1. It's due on the 30th. You can click on that, and then you'll go here, and it takes a second to load, but eventually it should show you some regular multiple choice questions. So let's just do a few of these as examples. The first passage, the first section wants you to identify things that are statements in the logical sense. And this is actually fairly straightforward, and you'll understand it perfectly after you read the first chapter and watch the first video. In any case, let me just show you how this would work. Your first passage here says England is smaller than China. And you think, oh, well, that's true. So that's probably a statement. But let's see what happens if we give a wrong answer. So we click there, and we click check. It says not quite right, try again. So we try again, and now we're going to hit submit, and it's correct. Now, actually, because I've already been fussing with this account, it says that I've already successfully submitted this problem, but normally it will just say it's correct and you have submitted your answer to this problem. So that's how it works for the multiple choice questions. Now, as we scroll down, we'll see other kinds of questions. So here is one that combines multiple choice with a block where you have to fill in text. So the point here with this is this question asks you to identify the conclusion of an argument and write the argument in something called standard form, or it's also sometimes called canonical form. So in this case, the conclusion of the argument is the first one, right? Whenever people from one planet invade another, they wind up being killed by the local diseases. So we can check that it's correct, submit. Okay. Now, for the second one, you have to write something in a text box. And this actually involves rewriting everything in this passage here in what we call standard form. And so I'm just going to cut and paste because I'm lazy, and I encourage you to do that as well. So here, the conclusion is this last bit. Whenever people from one planet invade another, they always wind up being killed by local diseases. We're going to put that in as the conclusion. And one problem here is that the text box is really small. And I just have to apologize for that. There's no way that I can adjust it. In 1938, when Martians invaded Earth, they were defeated because they lacked immunity to Earth's diseases. It's a premise. The other premise is 1942, when Hitler's forces invaded the moon, they were killed by moon diseases. And you don't need to worry about the content now. It sounds weird, but I swear it will make sense in just like a few days. So paste that in. And that's the full thing. And that shouldn't be there. That should be a period. And we can hit submit. It says successfully submitted exercise 3B. For this kind of problem, it's not going to give you, it's not going to tell you whether or not the answer is correct, because it's an essay question, and so I have to look at it manually. And I will not be looking at the homework answers directly. So you're going to have to check it against the homework answer sheet, which will be posted online. So you just go through all of those, and once you've submitted everything, you can just navigate away from it. And you can go back, for instance, to your home page, and it should give you a score over here. Now, right now, it's just saying 25 out of 100, and you don't actually need to worry about this because the score doesn't transfer from Carnap over to Canvas automatically. Instead, what's going to happen is I'm going to look at this page. I'm going to see that you've done the homework here. I can see that you've answered all of these questions in problem set 1. And once I see that you've answered them, I'm going to go over to Canvas and give you 100 points for that problem.